In the last episode, we did a small crossing from Mauritius to La Réunion, and we prepared the boat for the crossing to South Africa.
The wind is calming down here.
So this is the current situation.
Yeah.
The idea is to pick up a waypoint somewhere here, because here is turbulent wind and waves and currents, and from there go straight to Richard Bay. And you want to be in before this arrives again. The rally actually is a big help. We are always prepared for everything. We know about the weather, the currents, checking in and checking out, all the procedures. Thank you very much, Victor.
It's the day of the departure.
It is, Tuesday the 14th. Good day.
Is it going to be your biggest crossing so far?
It is the longest one, yeah.
Yeah. What was the biggest one or the longest one?
Previous to that, it's probably about 500 miles, just cruising up and down the coast of Queensland in Australia.
So you see land all the time.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Feel excited, actually. I just had a look at the coast then, and the weather looks great. It's going to be a slow start, I guess, not much wind, but...
Is there any wind?
Oh, there's a little bit, tiny bit, but...
Yeah, maybe in the morning from the land.
Yeah, but I think later today, there's forecast to be not much wind at all, so probably motoring to start, but we'll do some serious sailing later on. Sounds good.
Well, the port is alive already, but for the rest, everybody is still calm and waiting for customs and immigration to arrive at 8.
It's a little bit of work. I didn't manage to finish before I left, so yeah, trying to get that done just before we leave.
And you can do it along the way as well, of course.
Well, I hope so. That's the beauty of Starlink these days, isn't it? You can work anywhere.
Paperwork is done. We're clear to leave. Daggerboard's down. Spring lines loose. The wind is just from the front, but a little bit from starboard. That should help. Oui, c'est bon. On y va.
Bon voyage alors.
Welke lijn wil je eerst? By Réunion. It looks like there's wind, a little bit at least, once we pass the southern point of the island. There's definitely wind over there, a couple of 100 meters. So now I'm curious from which side it will be. Looks like the wind is from the west.
We always run one engine, 1700 to 1800 RPM. Then we go 5 knots. For us it's good enough, because we will make up for this speed when we are sailing again.
The new repair we made of the Cordero seems to be working better than what we tried first time. Good, good, good. The wind is turning more and more to the east, and we have 7-8 knots now. So finally we could shut down the engines an hour ago. No fishes yet. 6:30 now. Woody has the second shift, so he went already to bed. And Marijke will take the first one until 11.
She's in the mood to love the guy, and we go down slowly. As we go down slowly.
The first night at sea is perfect. We have some wind, we can sail, but it's not so much, so we have a good night's sleep.
3 to 5 knots of wind. We're on the edge of the wind zone, a bonus wind zone to be honest, because there wasn't supposed to be any wind in the first couple of days. We're motor sailing now to gain another 2 knots.
I said I love that girl, she's all I need, a natural high.
We knew before that the first days would be very calm, very light winds, but the timing that we left had more to do with the arrival in Richard Bay.
Still absolutely no wind.
By love, Aquamine, up to touch.
Dolphins.
By love,
Oh here, yeah.
Aquamine, up to touch, and it arrived. Slowly.
You can see them below the water really well now, eh?
That's the best I've ever seen dolphins.
We have never seen dolphins like this before. It's as if they are going through the air.
Ecstasy is in the air. Summer nights made for loving, yeah. Ecstasy is in the air.
You can already see the swell coming in, so you know that the wind is more to the southwest. We have no wind yet, but the swell is already there.
As we go down slowly, and we go down slowly, as we go down slowly, and we go down slowly.
Mark and Woody tried to do some fishing, but it was not very successful, unfortunately.
Not fighting too much yet. Then my nice, alright.
So sad. Oh my god, this is so sad.
It looks like we're getting a little bit of wind. 4 knots now. 6 knots. Couple of hours until the wind comes back. So Marijke baked it. Apple cake. Good job. And Woody is older than his passport says. He has to do exercises to get his back running again after 2 failed fish attempts. Completely blue behind us, but we're having Cirrus. First warning that the front is arriving. Different colors than this morning. Still only 2 knots of wind. We have to motor for another 3 hours, I guess. Sailing only on one engine, 1700 RPM. This is about 6 knots. Well, we have a little bit of support from the main in the meantime, but the angle is still not okay. And that's the reason why the monoils are still closed, as they tend to go faster on the engine. We're still at 93% of our fuel tanks. It's going to be 13-14 hours now. And yesterday, 4 hours or something like that. Or it's probably going to be 1 day of motoring. And for sailing, it is 3:15.
Sometimes it feels a little bit vulnerable when you're out there on the ocean and you're completely on your own and you see bad weather coming in and you have to be ready. Yeah, sometimes gives a strange feeling. It is so good to see our old lagoon again.
We've reached the front. The wind's not even that bad, but the waves are kind of annoying here, as they are coming more from the front than the wind is. We're going to take 2 reefs, but just as we wanted to do it, it started raining. And the wind is still okay, 21 knots apparent. It's just a little bumpy. Two reefs, 1 or 2 knots less speed, but should be way more comfortable. Headlights on. 10 knots against these waves is more than enough. Huh? It seems that we're almost through the front. We're bouncing through the front.
So there's a squall line coming in and I can't avoid it because it's very wide. So I'm trying to go through the less active part. All the equipment is in the oven because we saw lightning several times.
About 1,000 miles to go. Well, a little bit more. The conditions are still lively, but way more relaxed than last night. Again, 30 knots apparent.
It's very different from sailing in the trade winds. One day there's no wind, then the front comes over, then the wind is coming from the side, and sometimes it's coming from the back. So we really missed the trade wind area where it was pretty straightforward. And also on the Indian Ocean, the waves are way more confused than on the other oceans. We expect more wind later on, so we reef the boat again. It's always a risk having the drone out with wind like this and waves like this, because the catching of it coming back to the boat is not easy. And in the next episode, you might feel the pressure of timing the right arrival in Richard Bay, because we have to arrive just before the front arrives and the wind turns to the southwest.
C'è una voce che ti chiama.